Hayworth. Andy asks for the poster from Red because Red was the only one in the entire jail who could get anything from outside. After this, Andy goes out. But as soon as he comes out, the same three people who used to do wrong with Andy are standing there. They tell Andy, "Come with us," but this time Andy refuses. When Andy refuses, those people catch him and try to force him, but Andy also fights them. But there were three people, due to which they beat Andy very badly. But today, these people are not able to do anything with Andy. But these people beat Andy so much that Andy goes to the hospital for 1 month, and the man who had beaten Andy is put in solitary confinement for 1 week. After a week, when he comes back to his cell, the same officer is there for whom Andy had saved $30,000, actually. Someone had told this officer how Andy was beaten so much by this man that the poor fellow went to the hospital for a month. Now here that officer beats that man so badly that he becomes permanently paralyzed. After a month, when Andy returns to his cell from the hospital, he gets a big poster of Rita Hayworth in his cell, which is actually a welcome gift from Red. Actually, the search was an excuse. The officer had told the warden how Andy had saved his $30,000 tax. That is why the warden wanted to meet Andy for his own benefit. Andy has a Bible in his hand, which he takes and leaves from there, but after going some distance, he comes back and says while returning the Bible of Andy which he had in his hand, "Salvation is in this." The next day, the warden calls Andy to his office and says that an intelligent person like you should not be behind the bars of the jail, so the warden makes Andy the assistant of the library. In the library, the same old man named Brooks is there who has been handling the library for many years. Then the officer, for whom Andy had saved $30,000, brings another officer to Andy. Actually, he had a problem with ITR, which Andy fills in a few minutes, due to which Andy's discussions start happening in the entire jail. As years pass, Andy's work keeps increasing, due to which Andy needs an assistant, and he makes his best friend Red his assistant. One day in the library, Brooks puts a knife on the neck of a prisoner, and he threatens to kill him without any reason. Actually, the government has forgiven his sentence, but he does not want to leave this jail. Today, he has completed 50 years in this jail, his whole life has passed in this jail, and he has completely forgotten what the outside world is like. This jail world is his real world, and he feels that if he murders someone, his sentence will increase, and he will be kept in this jail only. At Andy's persuasion, Brooks releases the man on whose neck he had put the knife. Now, even though he does not want to, when Brooks comes out of jail after being released, the outside world seems very strange to him. The pace of the outside world had increased a lot in 50 years. Where there was only one car visible on the road earlier, now there is a crowd of cars on the roads. After a few days, he starts working in a supermarket, but he does not feel like it in the outside world at all.